This is ABC 57 News at 5.
Breaking right now, black smoke and flames can still be seen from the Earth Movers landfill. This is a live look. Just minutes ago, we learned the fight to put out the flames has now gone from the ground to the air. Crews pulling back fire trucks and beginning to bring in planes now to drop water.
So we have all the pieces in place so that if this were to turn for the worst, so to speak, so if we find out that there are hazardous materials, we have those tools in place.
While the fire continues, it could affect your commute, even evening activities.
Late breaking and fast-moving details as we come on the air here at 5. There are 3 big things to know tonight. Flames continue as smoke stretches for miles. Evening activities at surrounding Elkhart schools canceled, and there are traffic hang-ups right now because still at this hour, folks trying to get a good look at what's happening there.
ABC 57's crews have been on the scene since 5 o'clock this morning as flames lit up the sky. Now you can see in the video behind me just how massive those flames and that smoke really got at one point.
Tonight we have a team of reporters and meteorologists covering all aspects for you and your family.
ABC 57 News and breaking news out of Benton Township tonight. One of the women shot at a house party last weekend has now died. Police say 31-year-old Tiara Clark was shot in the chest and throat early Sunday morning here on Eastern Avenue. The other 2 victims are now out of the hospital, we're told. So far, police do not have any suspects in custody.
And this South Bend man charged with molesting a little girl and videotaping the sexual abuse as it happened. Right now, the suspect, 34-year-old Mark Wayne Peppers, is behind bars facing 2 felony charges. He was first identified by his tattoos. Good evening, I'm Brianne Pomerini.
And I'm Brian Coneybear. The crime was only uncovered when a woman found a key piece of evidence outside the Stop and Go gas station on South Miami Street in South Bend. ABC 57 investigative reporter Clifton French is digging into the story for us. He's been looking into this for the past week. Now, ABC 57 News breaking news coverage out of Nashville, Tennessee. A suspect who police say opened fire inside a mall there this afternoon is now in custody. It happened at the Opry Mills Mall in Nashville around 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Firefighters there confirm medics did take 1 person to the hospital in critical condition. There are unconfirmed reports of other people being shot as well. Officials are still working to evacuate the mall. There has been a huge police response with choppers in the sky. They've set up a perimeter around this mall as well. But again, a shooting inside a mall in Nashville, Tennessee today. At least 1 person critically injured. ABC 57 will continue to bring you the latest details as they come into the newsroom tonight.
It's really heavy and it keeps on coming down.
A steady snowstorm all day long, all across Michiana.
From Cassopolis to Benton Harbor,
Stevensville to South Bend.
crews are out hustling to get the roads clear
Everybody tries their hardest. Everybody takes pride in what they do out here.
before yet another round of snow moves through.
And that snow is still falling out there tonight. Thanks for joining us on ABC 57 News at 5. I'm Brian Coneybear.
And I'm Colleen Borman. Now you can see a live look right now on the right side of your screen from the ABC 57 First Warning Neighborhood Mobile Weather Tracker. We will get live looks at the road conditions throughout this 90 minutes of news.
And here's a live look at conditions in New Buffalo right now. It has been a snowy day all across the region. We'd like you to send your own snow pictures and videos to us on social media. All you have to do is use the hashtag Snow57.
We have a whole team of reporters out in the community working to keep you safe from Berrien to Cass to Elkhart and St. Joe counties and everywhere in between.
Those were all our children.
A day of mourning and coming to terms with the murders of 17 students and teachers.
No parent should ever have to fear for their sons and daughters when they kiss them goodbye in the morning.
Now we turn to the questions of why, how, and what do we do now?
We want to make sure this never happens again.
As we honor the victims and learn more about the heroes who gave their lives to protect others.
Please know that your son or your brother was an amazing person and I am alive today because of him.
After one of the deadliest school shootings in our nation's history. Ditching their classrooms to call for change.
I think that everyone should have a voice.
Thousands of students across the country walked out of school today to protest gun violence. From musical tributes to moments of silence and passionate protests.
What do we want? Gun control! When do we want it?
Students across Michiana, in Parkland, Florida, and hundreds of cities around the nation, united as one to say enough is enough.
We need to unite here and figure out what we're going to do about this problem of school violence.
On the 1-month anniversary of one of the deadliest school shootings in America's history.
Now, Panama City's catastrophic damage. Someone told me, quote, Mexico Beach is gone.
Entire neighborhoods flattened. Hurricane Michael has passed, but we're just starting to get a clear picture of the destruction left in its wake. We have team coverage tonight working to gather the details of the damage. We'll get to ABC 57 First Warning neighborhood meteorologist Tyler Seabree in just a moment.
Yeah, but first, ABC's Elizabeth Herr is live from Panama City Beach, Florida, one of the places hardest hit by the storm that came ashore as a Category 4 storm. Elizabeth?
4 victims, 3 crime scenes, one night. I'm ABC 57's Joel Limbruni coming up here from a neighbor living in the crossfire.
It's a crime prevention, but it's also to help the community feel safe.
An Elkhart neighborhood getting some big safety improvements to protect people in public housing.
This is going to be, you know, a Mike Tyson punch to the Carolina coast.
Millions of people bracing for the huge impact from Hurricane Florence. Right now, Florence is still barreling toward the Carolina coast, and if you had any doubt about just how big this storm is, take a look at this picture from the International Space Station. Wow! A European Space Agency astronaut tweeted these images out, along with the caption, "Get prepared, East Coast. This is a no-kidding nightmare coming for you." Next, we're taking a trip over the Great Lakes to see how this harsh winter is impacting the ice levels out there.
And the snow keeps falling here. Live out of here at our snow stick, we're now near 10 inches of snow, and it keeps coming down. Tracking this record-setting snowstorm in your ABC 57 First Warning neighborhood weather forecast.
Coming up at 5:30, buildings crushed, trees ripped out by their roots, and roads turned into rivers. We're just starting to get a full picture of just how much devastation Hurricane Michael left behind.
And I'm tracking what's left of the storm, where it's headed, and just how strong and intense Michael was.
Locally, it's pretty quiet, but it's a whole lot cooler in your forecast at 5:30.
Those cold temperatures could spell trouble for people in South Bend without a home.
Why wait until it gets really cold to start the weather emergency?
I'm ABC 57's Tiffany Salme, and coming up, I'll show you how those without a shelter are preparing ahead of a big temperature drop.
Speaking of, Gordon, some dark, ominous skies, a sign of the danger ahead for people on the Gulf Coast. This is a live look from Pensacola Beach in Florida, where the effects of Tropical Storm Gordon are already being felt. We're tracking exactly where it's heading coming up next.
And more wicked weather across the Pacific. The deadly typhoon battering Japan, shutting down airports and forcing thousands to leave their homes behind.
Yeah, it's time to head back to the classroom and learn those ABCs. But what about students who can't afford all the tools for school?
There's a considerable issue when you factor in the rain and the storm surge together. So what exactly or how intense can storm surge be? Well, normal water level, you really don't have any issues. You get 4 feet of surge, the cars can start to get picked up by the water, and then you occasionally get higher waves that move into residential areas and business areas, and you start to get a lot of debris flowing through. You get 8 feet and higher, you're starting to get to the top of a 2-story house occasionally with those higher waves and water completely submerging vehicles and residential areas and downtown areas as well. Once you get 8 feet of surge, which we've already recorded in spots, the problems really start to arise, and it's just going to continue to get worse as Florence sits still. So we'll continue tracking Florence here through our 90 minutes of news, but for now, I'm live in studio, ABC 57 First Warning neighborhood weather meteorologist Tyler Seabree.